Good day, students. This is Teacher Ren, and welcome to another day of fun and learning with me. So for today, we all gonna be discussing about the second topic that we have in our Earth science, which is all about the steady state theory and the oscillating universe theory. But before that, let us define first our learning objectives for this lesson. So at the end of the topic, the students are expected to, number 1, explain the origin and the fate of the universe according to the steady state theory and oscillating universe theory. Second one, identify the different proponents of the steady state and oscillating universe theory. And lastly, enumerate negative implications of the steady state and oscillating universe theory. Last week, we've tackled about Big Bang theory, which emphasized that the universe started as a singularity. So this point of singularity is located in the core of a black hole with a very high temperature and of course density. Aside from that, the Big Bang theory also emphasized that the universe is expanding and the distance in relation with the galaxies towards each other are increasing. However, one unique feature for the Big Bang theory is that it also adds up that matter dilutes or the matter becomes thinner or less concentrated as the universe expands. This is because the Big Bang theory states that as the universe expands, so ang density po daw sa universe nag-decrease, which means that there is no new matter that is added. Kaya nag-decrease ang density sa Big Bang theory or nag-decrease ang density sa universe according to the Big Bang theory. Now, let's look into our new topic for today, which is the steady state theory. So, the steady state theory is another view that proposes that the universe has always been expanding. So, steady state theory is another theory na nagpropose na universe is expanding. Same with the Big Bang theory, but it is just that steady state theory have unique characteristic or unique concept nga wala po sa Big Bang theory. So according to the steady state theory, as the universe expands, new stars and galaxies are formed, which is opposite to the Big Bang theory. At the same rate that old ones become unobservable due to the distance and recession or decline in velocity. Kasi nga sa Big Bang theory, there are no new stars and galaxies that is being formed as the universe expands. In fact, matter dilutes as the universe expands, or ang matter nga naa sa universe nagaanam siya kanipis or nagaanam og ka less concentrated, which is totally opposite for the steady state theory. Kasi nga kay steady state theory, as the universe expands daw or as the universe nagkanam og kadako, there are new stars and galaxies nga continuously nga naga-create as the universe expands, or as there is expansion in the universe that is going on. So despite the continuous expansion, the average density of the universe remains the same, hence the name steady state. So even if there is an expansion of universe nga nahitabo, the average density of the universe remains the same, which is opposite jud kaayo kay Big Bang. Kay si Big Bang theory, ano siya, as the universe expand, the matter dilutes. So nagkaanam siya og kanipis. Or in fact, sa steady state theory, matter is constantly created as the universe expands. So, the same lang ang number sa matter nga naa sa universe. Which is, mas daghan siya compared kay Big Bang theory. Kay, naga-decrease man si Big Bang. Remain static man si Big Bang. Static lang ang number sa matter ni Big Bang maski nag-expand ang universe. Where in fact, sa steady state, nagkanam siya og ka-increase, or there is a constant creation of matter in the universe as the universe expands. Now, let us consider some of the important concepts under the steady state theory. So the first one, according to steady state theory, universe has no beginning and has no end. So that means ang atong universe daw walay sinugdanan ug walay katapusan. Unchanging siya, static lang siya, infinite siya. Nara siya kanunay dira ang point. Second concept of the steady state theory, universe has always been here and will always be present. So as I mentioned a while ago, it is stated that according to the steady state theory, universe is infinite, which means wala siya katapusan. Nara lang siya kanunay sa existence sa kalibutan. Naa siya kanunay sa atong space, sa atong time. Mo na siya ang concept ni steady state theory. Now, the third concept is universe always looks the same in any time and space. Now, since universe is unchanging according to the steady state theory, or the universe is static, of course, it will always look the same. Pareha lang ang naong sa universe in any time or in any space. So the fourth unique concept of the steady state theory is that there is a continuous creation of new matter as the universe expands. So, as I mentioned on the previous slide, as compared to the Big Bang theory nga, as the universe expands, walay na-create na mga matter, here in the steady state theory, there is a continuous creation as the matter, as the universe expand, or as the expansion of the universe takes place. So now let's go on with the proponents of the steady state theory. So there are three persons behind the creation of the steady state theory, namely Hermann Bonde, Thomas Gold, and Fred Hoyle, which proposed the steady state theory in 1948. So silang tatlo yung nag-propose ng steady state theory. Now, let us go back to the drawbacks or ito yung mga implications or negative implications kung bakit at some point hindi katanggap-tanggap si steady state theory. Now, the first drawback or the first idea na failed si steady state theory is that steady state theory is not parallel with the conservation of energy and mass. Kasi nga, according to this to this law of conservation of energy and mass, energy is created nor destroyed. It can only be transformed or changed into another form. Sa steady state theory kasi, parang there is a continuous creation of matter. Tapos, hindi ma-explain ng steady state theory kung saan nanggaling yung matter na yun. Kasi nga, dapat kung merong matter na na-add up sa universe, dapat merong pinagmulan yun, or there should have been a conversion of energy para ma-explain talaga kung saan nanggaling yung mga new matter na continuously na nag-exist sa universe. Now, the second drawbacks of the steady state theory, the discovery of the cosmic microwave background radiation or the CMB significantly supported the explanation given by the Big Bang theory and led many scientists to reject the steady state theory in 1965. So as we've discussed about the Big Bang theory, diba, one of the remnants that Big Bang theory really takes place was the CMB radiation. And because many of the scientists or astronomers were able to prove na meron talagang leftover during Big Bang theory or during the Big Bang explosion, which is the CMB radiation. So, many sa mga scientists or karamihan sa mga scientists na-reject yung steady state theory kasi nga bakit pa nila ipaggigiitan itong or ipagpipilitan itong steady state theory where in fact meron namang evidence coming from the Big Bang theory, which is the CMB radiation. Now, let's go on to the oscillating universe theory. So kung sa kanina sa steady state theory, in-emphasize ng concept na yun na the universe maintains a constant density as it expands, which means that matter such as the stars and galaxies are continuously being added to the universe. Here in the oscillating universe theory, ibang concept na naman ang i-discuss natin. So, the oscillating universe theory is also known as the pulsating theory. So, this theory proposes that the universe is expanding and will contract, which means will reduce in size once all the energy after the Big Bang has been used up. Then, it will expand again once it approaches the point of singularity. Now, in layman's term, what does oscillating universe theories means? So, this theory suggests that after the universe reach its maximum expansion, moabot daw ang time nga ang universe mag-collapse on its own. And another universe would be created or will be created. So, The oscillating universe theory adopts the Big Crunch and the Big Bang. It's actually the combination of the Big Crunch and the Big Bang. So Big Crunch occurs when the universe expands and eventually reverses, which means that the Big Crunch may tabo lang ni siya kung ang universe maabot na niya iyang maximum expansion, and after that na ay reversion nga may tabo, which means na ay turn back or na ay facing of direction or facing into contrary direction nga mahitabo sa universe. Then after nga mahitabo ang reversion, the universe would collapse, causing the formation of a singularity. Now, singularity result to a Big Bang and the birth of a new universe. Now, kindly look at the picture on the right side. So, starting from that point of singularity, Big Bang theory occurs. So, since the Big Bang theory explains that there is an expansion of universe, so naay na form na new galaxies. So, as the universe expand and reach its maximum expansion, naay contraction nga mahitabo, which means the universe will reduce in size, or the universe will reverse its direction or turn back or face in a contrary direction. So after that contraction, makollapse na ang universe, which means there will be no universe that will exist. And from that point, from that black hole again, from that very core of the black hole with very high temperature and density, another point of singularity will be created, which then again leads to the creation of new universe, or leads to the creation or birth of a new universe. So, ibig sabihin, kapag ma-reach na ni universe ang maximum expansion and there will be collapse na mahitabo or mag-collapse ang universe, so a singularity or the point of singularity will again be formed, tapos magre-result na naman siya into another universe. Now, the proponent of the oscillating universe theory, Richard Tolman, which is a Californian technician professor, is the one who proposed the oscillating universe theory. Tolman called the birth of another universe as the Big Bounce. Big Bounce ang tawag doon, yung after mag-collapse ng universe, tapos there will be formation of another new point of singularity. So, Big Bounce ang tawag na doon since another universe will be born. Now, let us go back to the drawbacks of the oscillating universe theory. So, the suggestion that the universe would collapse on its own after it reached its full expansion violates some current laws of physics, such as the postulated existence of dark energy. Now, it was suggested or it was predicted that dark energy is the one that is responsible for the accelerating, or the driving force. The dark energy is believed to be the driving force of the accelerating expansion of the universe. Now, since the oscillating universe theory opposed to this law of physics, many of the scientists did not believe or did not agree with this theory. Now, I just want to emphasize that dark energy is a theoretical repulsive force that counteracts gravity and causes the universe to expand in an accelerating rate. It actually defies gravity and is something that is invisible and undetectable. So that means wala dyan makatungkad sa meaning sa dark energy, but many of the physicists or many of the scientists and astronomers believe the existence of dark energy. Now, the second drawbacks of the oscillating universe theory: the currently postulated end of the universe is by big freeze or heat death. Now, maraming scientists din na nag-disagree na the universe will end through big freeze or heat death. Maybe because scientists has their own explanation on how the universe will end based upon the evidences that they have gathered upon the creation of the universe. So, they would not believe na universe will just end through big freeze or yung matinding lamig and heat death or yung grabe na kainit gyud. Okay, so let's go over the key points between the lesson 1 and the lesson 2 that we did already discuss. So number 1, both the steady state theory and the Big Bang theory suggest that the universe is expanding. Yes, as what I have mentioned a while ago, these two theories, the Big Bang theory and the steady state theory, parang similar lang yung concept nila kasi they both explain that the universe is expanding. However, it's just that on the steady state theory, there is a continuous addition of new stars and galaxies every time mag-expands the universe. While on the side naman of Big Bang theory, walang ganon. Kasi as the universe expand, the number of stars and the number of galaxies remains the same. So walang na-add up na number of matter sa universe. And that's on the side of the Big Bang theory. Now, the second key point: steady state theory proposes that as the universe continuously expands, its average density remains constant. Yes, it is on the side of the steady state theory kasi nga, according to this theory, as the universe expands, there is a continuous addition of new matter or new stars and galaxies. So therefore, yung density ng universe remains the same lang siya kasi merong adding up na nangyayari sa number of matters or sa number of stars and galaxies. Bali, wala talagang nalileft behind or the distances between the galaxies or the stars, meron talagang nafi-fill in ng mga new matter compared to Big Bang na wala. So, that's on the side or that's on the idea of the steady state theory. So steady-state theory was proposed by Hermann Bonde, Thomas Gold, and Fred Hoyle in 1948. Steady-state theory also violates the law of the conservation of mass and energy. The oscillating universe theory naman discusses that universe is expanding and will contract once all the energy after the Big Bang has been used up. Which means that after the universe reached its maximum expansion, there will be a contraction, or the universe will collapse after ma-reach niya yung maximum expansion. And after mag-collapse ng universe, again, it approaches to the point of singularity and another universe will be born. So Richard Tolman is a proponent of the oscillating universe theory, and oscillating universe theory also violates the law of physics, such as the postulated existence of dark energy.